minutes or less. Azure Storage actually provides many ways to store your data. So Azure SQL Database, Azure Cosmos DB, and Azure Table Storage. But four of these data services are actually clubbed into one resource called Azure Storage, and the four things under this are called are blobs, files, queues, and tables. Let's move into a practical example. So this is a sandbox environment that you can access through Microsoft Learn. I'm going to look at the particular scenario. We have a fictitious Southern California surf report website app. This site allows the users to upload photos and videos of the local beach conditions. The viewers of the site use the content to help them choose the beach with the best surfing conditions. What are the requirements? Video content must load quickly, site must handle unexpected spikes in upload volume, and the outdated content must be removed as surf conditions change. So this requires provisioning a solution which is a combination of Azure service, a data service that can store a lot of content, unstructured data in the form of images and videos. And we also need Azure Queue because we need to remove outdated content and upload it with the new content. So both queues and blob, as I just showed you, is available under the umbrella of data services in an Azure Storage account. So let me show you practically how to create a storage account. They have given us the step-by-step instruction. I'm going to follow through this and show you how easy it is to create Azure Storage account in Portal. So let's go through our sandbox environment here. To sign into Azure, it says we need to sign into Azure Portal using the account to activate the sandbox and follow through the instructions. Okay, so we need to use the subscription provided by them, which is the Concierge. Let's go back here, come to storage accounts, create a new resource, which creates a storage account resource under our Concierge subscription. And let's see the options we need to use. Storage account name, which should be unique. Region selected. Because we are in California, I think I'm going to use East, US West. Performance standard and redundancy, locally redundant storage. That kind of makes sense because we are not dealing with stores all over the US, only just Southern California beach. So I'm going to use locally redundant. So let's quickly give a unique name. Let's call it my beach data. US West is the region we are going to give, and performance standard, general purpose V2, and redundancy, I'm going to change it to locally redundant storage. Let's go to the next and see what are the options they require us to go through. Security, check REST API, allow anonymous access on individual containers, because the reason being we want to permit anonymous accessing users to the content, and enable storage account key access, check, and default to uncheck, and select version, blah blah blah. Okay, so let's come here. We want to allow anonymous access, and we want to uncheck this, keep this same from any storage account. And what does it say about that? Accept defaults, right? Let's go on to the next page. Hierarchical namespace. Now, we are not, hierarchical namespace allows for containerization. So do we need that here? Let's look why we don't need that here. Uncheck. Data hierarchical namespace is for big data applications that are not relevant to this module, as in this particular use case, because we are only going to be using blobs and they don't need a hierarchical structure where we are having, let's say, dates or particular stores. So we would if we use hierarchical namespace, we can actually create containers such that all the video footage of one particular store could go onto that folder. So we don't need that for this particular use case. That's why we are skipping hierarchical namespace. Go on, keep the defaults, and hot, because we need frequent access. Users need to access, and the photos keep uploading, users keep uploading photos. We need the hot access. Let's go to networking. And what do they say about networking? Yep, so hot, this setting is for the blob storage. Is frequent is the most ideal option for frequently accessed data. That's right. And let's go on to networking. So the network enable public access from all the networks. This complies with what are use cases and Microsoft network routing, so that no matter where you are accessing from south, they can access this. Let's go there. Microsoft network acting, enable public access from all networks. Yep, we want that selected. And let's go to next, data protection. And they have asked us to do uncheck enable point in time restore for containers. We are not going to have point in time. We don't need temporal data because stuff gets keeping updated. That makes sense why we are doing uncheck here. Let's go back and enable keep that unchecked. Soft delete, we don't need soft delete. Again, using both queues in combination with blobs, so new stuff is going to replace the old stuff. We don't want to keep enable the soft delete for containers. Let's look what it says. Yep, uncheck soft delete lets you recover your containers that are deleted accidentally. We know we're going to replace stuff, so we don't need this option. Soft delete, uncheck. Yeah, that would be my guess as well. And uncheck tracking, blob, and access control. Let's go back and uncheck enable soft delete, and we don't need versioning for blobs. Next, let's choose our encryption. I believe they asked us to use the default encryption. Yep. And let's go back to using this default. Tags. No, tags is good because if you have sales, marketing, or different divisions accessing, you can allocate the storage account one particular data service to um, directly be billed to a division. So that's the reason we use tags here. This is and the whole company is using it, so I don't particularly use it. The tags here. Let's review, create, and launch our storage account. Let's see how easy that is. Review. So we have all, I have my own beach website storage account here on my Learn account, and I have given it hot access tier. Can be accessed through public endpoint. And I have provisioned it. Let's hit create. So you would see initializing deployment for this resource group. Our storage account is hierarchically under a subscription resource group storage account. That's how it goes, and deployment is in progress. So you can see the hierarchy here. Under the concierge subscription, which is provided in this sandbox, we have a resource group. This is automatically named resource group, under which we have the storage account. And under storage account, we can add 4 types. We can have queues, files, types, and blobs. So that's it. Deployment in this progress, and this is taking a while. I just wanted to quickly show you when that's the correct, what gets created. So our resource has been created and deployed. So the deployment is successful. You get the notifications over here, and this is now ready to use. So we can start provide this endpoint and start using the storage account to receive all the photos and videos uploaded by the user. So that's it. This is one of the practical use cases of how to create Azure Storage account. Using the same formula, there are multiple examples available on Microsoft Learn, which is an amazing resource, as you just saw, that you can use to practice different scenarios. My purpose here is one, I want to show, not tell, that I can use Azure Cloud Services, and this is in preparation for the DP 900 exam I'm supposed to give on 28 December. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more such practical examples.